Okay, so I'm kind of on a roll here with the video things. I'm not even sure why I'm doing them. I kind of like doing it. It's a little bit therapeutic, even though, pretty much the only one watching them would be me. In which case I have to say, future Beth, put down whatever you're eating. I know you're eating something right now, and it's called a diet for a reason, girl. Stop eating. So I'm just gonna ramble on about a few things. First off, Jasmine, Tumblr URL, Mistlebow said I should make a video on the importance of toilet paper. To which I have to say, yes, toilet paper is extremely important to our civilization. Without it, we would be just primitive beings. I agree with you completely on that one, right there. Yes, I do. Second, I gotta give a shout out to Caitlin Beebnoskians. I love you. You are always there when I need to talk, and I'm sorry you're going through some really rough stuff right now. You know, I'm always here to listen if you need. Even when I'm being selfish and whiny about myself, I will stop that to be there for you, because you're one of my best friends in the entire world. Yes, look at the snow in my video. I made it snow, guys. I really wish it would snow here. Like, the weather here on the East Coast in the US cannot make up its mind. One day it's freezing cold, and the next I have to sit here with the window open and the fan on because it's blazing hot. This is December. We should be like in the middle of, I should have to bundle up under 30 blankets with a heater, and it should be snowing outside. It's almost Christmas. Like, what's going on with the weather? It needs to make up its mind. I don't know why I just went off about weather, but yeah. I don't really know. Oh, another thing. X Factor. If anyone has been paying attention to any of the stuff I've been blogging about, you would know that I've been a really big supporter, and in fact the only reason I even watched X Factor, because I normally do not watch X Factor or American Idol or any of those things unless, like a certain group jumps out at me. And I did the very first night of Emblem3's audition. It was all over Tumblr, and I watched it. I was like, okay, I might have to watch this year because I really like this group. And I have faithfully watched every episode every Wednesday and Thursday. I voted 1,000,000 times. And now half of my blog is dedicated to them. I've become like a really big fan, even though, I'm not considered one of the originals. There's all that drama, which I guess that's pretty much over now. I never really see any fighting about that anymore. But, they got voted off, so now the finalists left are Carly Rose, Tate, and Fifth Harmony. Which I gotta say, I expected Carly Rose and Tate to go through. Those two have not dropped from the top 2 spots since the beginning of the entire competition. And it's, a toss-up. I'm pretty sure Tate's gonna win, which is gonna piss me off because I'm sorry, I do not like Tate. He is boring. He sounds like, literally, this is what I think. If I were listening to the radio and Tate came on the radio singing any song, if the announcer did not beforehand say, okay, this is Tate singing country song, I would not know it's him. He sounds just like at least 20 other country artists right on the market right now. His voice is literally indistinguishable. There is nothing exceptional about him. He's good, but he's just like everybody else. So if he wins, I'm not gonna understand why, other than the fact that as in America we are, and I love country music. Nothing ticks me off more than when other people are like, nobody likes country. I like every music but country. And I have to wonder, do you honestly not like country, or are you saying that because country is not a popular thing to like unless you're in a certain area? But that I'm like getting sidetracked. Like I said, I don't want Tate to win, which I guess means I'm gonna have to go for Carly Rose. Even though, yeah, I like her. She's exceptional. She's talented, but you know, for me. Her last two performances, to me, were just uninspired and boring. I don't know, I think she's got a ways to go. Fifth Harmony, I did not like them at first. They kind of won me over. There's potential there, but they need to work on it a lot. Like, a lot of their performances are just the same. They don't really sing together. They take turns singing verses. Like, oh, Camilla's gonna sing the first verse, and Normani's gonna sing this verse, and it's just, you know, it's the same. So, I really don't, I didn't like any of those acts. I basically only watched for Emblem3. And then, you know, I understand a lot of people were getting upset because, you know, they felt Simon was changing them. They said you could obviously tell in a lot of performances, specifically with Drew, you know, you could tell there was a lot of unhappiness with the way the performances were going, what they were being asked to sing, and, you know, things like that. So, now that they're gone, I don't think I'm going to be really paying much attention to X Factor. I just, you know, it's been said in an interview that Simon had intended to sign them, win or lose, and I'm hoping that's true because I really do enjoy their music. I loved them from the first audition, and I'm really hoping, you know, I think they could go really far if they're allowed to do what they want to do. And, you know, Simon's not a stupid man. There's a reason, you know, they were obviously his favorites the entire competition. So, hopefully he'll do the right thing. But as for the other three acts, yeah, to be honest, I feel like Fifth Harmony only beat Emblem3 because it's no secret that a lot of the CC supporters, there was like a big thing on Tumblr where they all kind of got together and were like, well, since CC's no longer there, we should all vote for Fifth Harmony. So I feel like they got through because they had the CC votes that were there before, because CC did have a surprisingly big fandom behind her, which is why she somehow managed to scrape through every week, and I have no idea how she managed that, because I loved CC when she first started. Her audition and her version of Sexy and I Know It at the judges' houses, I loved it. I thought she was phenomenal. You know, and she's a gorgeous girl, but her performances since then, I'm sorry, were just abominable. She was flat. She could not hold a note. Sometimes she could hit it, but for the 90% of the time, it just wasn't there. It was breathy, it was pitchy, it was just a big hot mess. So, so that's kind of my thoughts on the top three. A lot of people are like panicking, thinking that the Emblem3 blogs are going to disappear now that X Factor is over. Everybody's making promises. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. The boys are still going to have, you know, a career. Pretty sure, I'm like 95% sure Simon's going to sign them. He sees the potential. He can see the dollar signs going on there. So, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that. Wow, this video has been almost 10 minutes now. And I've kind of blathered on about nothing the entire time. What else was I going to talk about? I forgot what my next point was. Yeah. So. If anybody is watching these, you should give me things to talk about. Yeah. One of these times, I'm going to have to do... You guys should hear about the crazy customers that get in at work. Pizza places have the worst customers. Oh my god, my cat just scared the crap out of me. Worst customers ever. So, maybe that'll be the next video. I don't know. Anyway, Gypsy, go away. This is my kitty cat. She's being a brat. Okay, I'm done.